Greetings in the name of Jesus Christ. You know, the closer that we walk with God, the more we see his hand at work in what would be otherwise inexplicable ways. Things that just can't really be explained logically, even if someone might argue, well, it's not a true miracle. Well, I just wanted to share I had a quick moment here, and I thought I'd share an event. I hope that it blesses you. But it's meant that you would just call on the Lord and seek a relationship with him, because he will be that friend that stays closer than a brother. One time I was at home. I think Jamie was at work, and I had off that day or that morning. I can't remember the exact circumstances. But one thing that I used to do is when I would shave, and of course I use a regular razor blade. I seldom use an electric, although I have one. And I'd run water in the sink, I'd splash water on my face, make it wet. Sometimes I use shaving cream. It's not always necessary. And so I would, wet the razor, shave and kind of wash it off in the water that's in the basin there and such. But as I'm doing that, as you can imagine, what I'm doing here is, now my razor blade is getting wet. And this water would run down my arm. Now, it's logical, it's gravity, but me and my pettiness, this would irritate me. I'd be, oh, water is running down my arm. So I kept a towel nearby. I'd, dry my arm or whatnot. But at any rate, on this particular morning, I had a lot of good time with the Lord, and I was praying and such. And then it was time to go shave. I said, oh, Lord. And of course, I know here I am with the Lord, and I'm going to be petty in the way I am with the water running down my arm. And I said, oh, Lord, please, just don't. I said, I know how petty it is when I get upset over this water running down my arm. Please help me not to get upset. It's really not worth it. And so I went to go shave, and I just did my normal routine, and I was shaving, got it done. And do you know what happened? When I was done shaving, I realized that not once during that time had the water run down my arm. Not once. What did God do? I didn't ask him for that kind of a miracle. I did ask him to keep me from getting upset. He said, okay, I'll just take the problem away from you. And of course, I don't ask for that all the time. But it's just an evidence of how close God is, how close Jesus is. And he wants us to know how close he is. So please include him in everything. When he says to cast all your care upon him, he means it. And you will see him do great and mighty things which you know not. May God bless you today.